July 2nd. What's important about that date? So despite what a lot of people say, this is actually the halfway point of the year. And that being said, I want to do a little bit of reflection of what I've achieved and what I've done so far, and just look back at through the year. So if you guys don't know, I'm Charlie J. I'm a music producer, a rapper, and a videographer, currently based in South Wales. And yeah, we're just going to look back at what I've done. So yeah, mainly going to be musical side of things, maybe a little bit personal as well, but we will get into that. So January, as you know, start of the year. I think for me was actually not straight away at the beginning of the year, but a little bit after that where things started changing for me. So the first 2 weeks were still quite quiet. And then I think it was like maybe the second week or so, I went to the studio with Meg Uppington and Reese, so shout out to them. And we actually did our collab, Don't Even Wanna, which is a great song. It's the first time I met Reese, so we will have some pictures up here as well. And yeah, that song's come out, and at the moment it's the only sort of track I've featured on that is currently out, not including the tracks that I've done on Fiverr. We don't include them. And yeah, no, just a great summary track. The other thing that I did in January as well, music-wise, was the mixing, the mastering, got that finished of my EP, We're All Lost, which is out right now. So great to get that done. Shout to King Khan as well, who helped me finish that. And finally, I think it was about the second week of January where I started journaling. So again, it's quite important. It is quite an important booklet, this. It is literally just a cheap notebook that it's not sponsored. I got from Asda. But yeah, since then, I've been following some of Struthless's journaling activities. I've actually got his book here, Your Head is a Houseboat, which is great for like headspace and stuff. So shout out to Struthless. The type of stuff that I do is like, there's basically different sort of exercises that you can do for different situations, but it's like a daily one. So the ones that I do include what excited me, what drained me, what I learned, what I'm grateful for, and how I push the needle forward. Do that every day, and I think it's helped me sort of stay on track with everything I'm doing, especially as like a freelance creative. So the next thing we come into was February. So February, the first thing that happened in that month was the release of my track Hold Your Tongue with Exfoliate, which we actually recorded almost a couple of years ago now. But it's a good song. We did some visuals as well, promo. Great to have a new song out, early in the year, get the ball rolling. I'm a big believer in momentum, and going off of that. At the end of the last year, we did actually have a single come out as well called I Want It All. Great track, visuals for that too. So we had loads of like cool retro vibes for that. My mum was over in Australia at the time, so a little bit more personal stuff. My granddad's still not 100%, but I did get to spend a lot of time with Pumpkin, my dog. Some of you will recognise her from my Instagram, maybe even from here. She's a big part of my life. And then like the next sort of big thing that happened with me music-wise was funding. I actually got funding for the first time, which is amazing. So big thank you to Help Musicians, because they're the ones who actually provided the funding to me, and also a big shout out to China as well, because she helped push for me to get the funding done, the application done. I was nearly going to give up on it actually, but she was like, nah, like push through. She looked through it. Shout out to Captain Barrett as well, who also looked at the application as well. And yeah, the funding did actually make things a lot easier. There's a lot when it comes to like documenting the process and ensuring that you're spending it correctly. But they also had these really helpful business advice sessions. So shout out to Tamara and shout out to Eric Nielsen as well, because they're the two that I picked, and they were great. Both of them were really useful when it comes to my music career, and actually pushed me to try and do more content, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not really a fan of content. I'd rather just be doing music or live shows. But here we are. March was actually I think it was the first proper live set I did of the year. That was at Porter's in Cardiff. And for that set, I actually put together some live visuals behind me on the projector, which was really cool. I think it was sick to do that. It's just great to be back performing. Great to be on a stage again. Performance is like one of my favourite things to do. So good to have that. And also in that time as well, March, there was a lot of work with the YPN, the Young Promoters Network, with Beacons as well. and I was up and down the country filming gigs, connecting, reaching out, networking with young people, putting on shows. And it was just great. It was great fun, great time. I met some really cool people. There's places I've been now in like North Wales where I'd never have gone if it wasn't for the YPN. And the thing about them as well is, it's not about the money, but they did pay me quite well as well. Enough so that I could actually invest in a new camera, which you're looking at through the video of me now, my Sony A7S II. Shout out to Jordan as well, because she's the girl who sold it to me. She's upgrading her gear, and because of the YPN, I could afford that. And if you see me looking up, I've got a monitor now above the camera. I can see what I'm doing. I've invested in that as well. All sorts of little bits, which just help me do my job better as well as a videographer. So very, very grateful for that. Very happy. And one of the first things we actually shot on that was the music video for a single I released at the end of March, which is Lost. Yeah, the promo for Lost did actually start with these flyers, which did get me in trouble one time, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, Lost, great track. Great to actually start a rollout for myself, self-produced song as well. A lot of the stuff that I've been releasing recently hadn't been self-produced just to save time. Everyone's busy, I'm a busy man. So good to have that out. And then early in April, we shot the music video for Lost. So shout out to Kai as well. He helped me shoot that video and also edited it too, which was great. So great to have the opportunity to do that. And then that was, coming into April, my birthday month. Busy again, rolling up towards the release of the EP, which is going to come out, and the promo of the singles coming up to it. I also did a couple of gigs then. We did the Same But Diff event in the Moon. So shout out to the Moon, shout out to Sacred. Great to hop on the stage again. Only a couple of tracks, but still nice. And same with Cardiff Music Conference. Again, only a couple of songs. Great to get the keyboard out for that set again as well and perform. And yeah, and then we get to May. So May was a busy month. May was a really good month, I think, when it comes to growth, not just musically, but also personally as well. A lot of change that happened in that month, which we will get onto. We Get Low came out. Amazing song. Everyone loves We Get Low, who I've shown it to. Great track. I think it's one of the defining songs, I'd say, of my career so far. Got played on BBC Radio Wales multiple times. Shout out to Alina Lee as well, who features on the song. Featured on loads of playlists too. People messaging me to say how much they like it. People singing at shows. Really grateful to have that song out. Also ended up going to Kent as well to see Blade for the 0521 sessions. That the video has recently just come out for that. But great to pop down there too with Jessica Kay and Meg Uppington. Long drive, 8-hour round trip, but worth it. Blade is hip hop pioneer and a legend, and it's nice to come back again and for him to have me. So big love to him. Bristol as well, a few trips to Bristol. Something that I didn't mention before, and we will look at again, is I do want to actually be connecting more outside of Wales. I'm in Wales now, but growing, because we all want to be like nationwide artists. You may have seen Jaya Had a Dream recently, who won the Glastonbury Emerging Talent Competition. Big love to Jaya. She actually supported me in Cardiff a while back. Last year, and I filmed sets for her, but she's an inspiration, and I see what she's doing, going across the country doing all these shows, and I want to do that too. So big ups to her. But yeah, I got some friends and artists I know and respect in Bristol too, so I'm trying to do more there. The EP was announced, and we got the physical CDs, which is great as well. You may have seen them. They actually went on sale in HMV as well, which is great in Cardiff, so you can actually buy these in store, which is sick. But yeah, get to the next page now. In It Together Festival as well. In It Together Festival is literally just down the road from me, which is great as well. And it was cool to do that set so close to home. It was like literally, I could have walked there, to be fair, but I had a keyboard to carry, so I drove anyway. But yeah, all good month all in all. Like I say, lots of change personally. I think May was really the time where I realised a couple of people that I was close to in my life, a couple of close friends that we've grown apart. But coming into June, that's also kind of where I've ended up in a relationship too. So yeah, big ups to that. That's something new for me. and maybe even inspire some of my music. You know, I think it's good to have that sort of personal growth on that level. And then yeah, rest of June, more gigs. So Bother Studios, and I also did one in the Swansea Music Hub as well. Swansea Music Hub I did with Alfie Appleyard. Shout out to him. I also appeared in his music video recently as well. Really good lad. So yeah, much love to him. And then Bother Studios, we also had a filmed session as well with the band. That should be coming soon. I might put a little snippet or something up here. EP came out, like I said. 0521 sessions coming out. Show in Uxbridge for Ebony, who works with Exfoliate, mentioned before. I know I'm rushing things I'm just aware that a lot's happened. And yeah, like I say, I think just taking time to sort of reflect on the release of the project, and everything that's gone on, rather than like rushing too much into the next thing. It's actually something Blade said to me after the 0521 sessions, and a few people said to me actually, just take time to relax. I think as well, like I said, mentioned before, I think being in a relationship now, that does give me time to relax a bit and sort of pause, because it's not all about the music anymore. You know, which is good, because you know we need time away to sort of reflect on it, like I'm doing now, reflecting on my music and what's happened, and come back and visit stuff. So yeah, overview of all that. We've done 6 live shows, all of them in Wales except for the one in Uxbridge. That is something to be aware of. 8 songs, one of them is a collab. There are some collabs that I've worked on that haven't come out yet. This is just songs that have come out and been released. We've got 2 recorded live sessions. That is the 05211, and that's a lot of numbers, and the Bother Studio sessions, which will be coming out soon. When it comes to other stuff in my life, like I say, I lost 6 kilos in the gym, going on a cut, which is great. Yeah, you know, again, people come and go in your life, different changes. So growing apart from a few close friends, but also in a relationship now, which is cool. So that's the personal side of things in my life, which I know I don't spend enough time focusing on. And again, this is a music channel, but it's important to see that as well and sort of reflect who I am as a person. But yeah, and then moving forward, I have a whiteboard like behind me. I think again, as I touched on briefly about Bristol, and doing shows further afield from Wales, I think that's the next step. Now that this EP is out, We're All Lost, which once again, you can buy HMV, buy it, you know, support. I think it's about sort of reaching out further and connecting with artists further afield, you know, doing more shows outside of Wales, more festivals, more gigs, more collabs. And also, there's only 2 music videos that have come out, and especially with all this camera gear that I've got. I should really be utilising that more and doing more visuals for you guys. I think that can have more of a lasting effect when the songs have visuals. So there should be visuals coming out for stuff in the future as well. So yeah, that's the halfway mark of 2024. And like looking back, especially, you know, with the journal and stuff, I actually think I've done a fair bit, and I'm quite happy with that so far. But again, now it's about sort of expanding further, you know, across the country, doing more stuff like that. And, you know, again, getting more music to you guys. So yeah, thank you if you've watched to the end. I know this is a bit more of a long form content video. Thank you if you've ever listened or supported to any of my music so far this year as well. Again, grateful to be full-time freelance creative, doing my music and my video work. So thank you for sort of helping this happen. And like I say, we've got more coming soon. A few exciting things coming soon. I think the next thing will be the Bother Studios session, so look out for that one.